Hey everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'll be reviewing the AER, also known as Air Fit Pack 2, one of the coolest, stylishest backpacks ever. So as you know, I'm a huge fan of the celebrity menswear fashion YouTuber, stylist Ashley Weston and her partner Dorian. And I've bought a lot of stuff based off her recommendation. Now, just to give some clearance on that, I'm not a easy buyer. I'm very skeptical. In fact, I watched many men's fashion channels for years and years, including some of the OGs like Aaron Marino, Real Men, Real Style, Teaching Men's Fashion, for years and years. And something about them just never clicked for me. And so I ended up never really purchasing much of what they said because they were just, no offense to them, but they were constantly promoting products left and right, pumping out videos. And I just didn't feel like I could trust them all the time. But something about Ashley Weston's style, and it'll be different for everyone, it just kind of clicked. So let's just get into what this backpack is and why I like it so much. So this thing cost $135, and first and foremost, you can tell it's pretty darn, in my eyes, it's a luxury. I mean, it's not one of those $20-$30 backpacks you get from Walmart or Target, the type that's, you might get, I might get for elementary school. This is something that you save up for, and if you want that more stylish finesse approach for college or work, this is a fantastic thing, and that's what I want it for. I mean, look at just the label here, which you take off. It's made of like rubber, and it feels so good. I mean, that's just a tag. It says designed in San Francisco, and that's just something that they throw on here that you end up taking off. You don't keep for the backpack. So in terms of the actual material, I actually like this fine rubber material a bit more than what's actually here. But this has a kind of soft but firm padding here, and of course you can connect this together and have it very tight on you. But really, I think the magic of this is all the layers of it. And I want to review this because, let's just be frank, you have to even take Ashley Weston with a grain of salt. Are these good recommendations? And this is one that she's been head over heels for. I've bought a lot of stuff from her, and some of it just didn't always work out as great. Some of it worked out spectacularly. I mean, I've bought bamboo exfoliating cloths from her recommendation, clothing items, shoes, and so forth. But this one, I think, first off, it has this minimalistic look. All you see in the back is one zipper straight down. That's it. And that's what makes it so kind of minimalistic. And you could tell like the quality is pretty high here. Like usually a zipper is just like metal. This one has a kind of like fabric when you seal it up, and then when you pull it back out, it's plastic, but it's still very seamless. Now, what else makes it really cool? Well, I've never seen this before, but they have a hidden shoe compartment at the bottom. So if you want to put your shoes, you want to put anything else, it goes right here. I found that pretty nifty. And then, while it does take up space in the main compartment, if you have shoes, you still have a bit of room here for a little bit of space. There's a little bit of elastic that kind of holds a pouch in here. And then, just this giant compartment here. For me, I wanted to use this just for any time I would travel, which is not that often, maybe once a year. But still, that once a year really matters. And I've been lugging around stuff that really just sucked before. I had a bunch of duffel bags, and those never really felt completely comfortable. I had to lug them around. And it was just this big bag that wasn't padded really, that I threw everything. which meant any electronics and stuff I put in there didn't feel really protected or anything. And I would just lug that duffel bag around shoulder to hip and have that like hooked over me. It did the job, but I knew I needed something more at some point. And so this one, I mean, let's just throw it on, see how comfortable it feels. Ashley Weston, she did not one but two videos on this backpack. She recommended a lot of backpacks, but this was on top of her list. She recommends it to clients she owns. We're talking celebrities. She recommends it to, she has one herself. So, I mean, that just speaks volumes. And for someone like me who is a more budget-friendly, everyday person, you know, I can't always be affording all the stuff that Ashley recommends. I mean, I can't get a super expensive watch or all these dress shoes and boots and stuff like that. And it's just so nice that, you know, I can still get this backpack. And although it's still a bit of a reach, it's still somewhat, you know, within my budget. It's not hundreds of dollars or thousands. It's $135. It's still an expensive premium backpack, but nothing crazy. Now, so this is what it looks like, and honestly, it feels pretty good. It's padded, it's strong, supple. It has a little cushion on this side towards my chest, and there you go. Of course, I have all the back unzipped to show you, but that's all going to be sealed up. And when it is, I mean, look how minimalist it looks. It literally just looks like a tortoiseshell. And that's something that, you know, some people like, some people don't. I always go with Ashley's recommended color scheme. This also comes in gray and navy and X-Pack. But I just went with the one that Ashley did, and she loves the black. That's what she recommends her clients. So I figured just go with, you know, the default option, because that's going to be the most seamless, the most versatile. If not black, I would have gone with gray. But, you know, it's kind of like behind the scenes. Now here's where it gets even cooler. Inside here, you have a pouch for your laptop. Another pouch here if you need one. Some space down here. And then on the other side here, you have just like a netted area if you want to put any specifics. And there's a zipper here that you can zip or unzip that part of the this netted area. So there's a little zipper. You could keep anything like small or big here that you can see but can't touch. And then some smaller packs here for gum or pens or pencils. And then up here, you have this little hidden, I wouldn't call it really a hidden compartment because it's not like super secret. Like people will find it if you really look for it. But up here, you have this smaller pouch, which is about the size of my hand. And you can fit any type of wallet or keys in here, and it'll be easy. Like I have these keys right here, and they fit right in perfectly. And honestly, I have to say, like Ashley Weston and Dorian have been doing a great job. Look, I also bought this recently. It's this nice little leather key holder. And it's made all the knickknacks I throw into it just so much more organized. So it's not a mess when I get to my bedroom. Fantastic stuff here. And I want to see if there's anything else to show you. Now, in terms of the actual makeup of the feel of the backpack, it kind of differs depending on the area. So if you look on this side, there's a bit of a foam padding or foam-like substance. And then that's continued here because that's the part that touches you. But then if you move on to this other side, you have this more kind of smooth, slim material here. A little bit rough, but nothing crazy. And then it continues down here. This one's a little bit firmer. But you know, everything about this is pretty smooth. Like even the top here is very silky. The feel of the zippers, the little bunches on the zippers have a nice feel to it as well. I mean, everything, even like the even like this tag that comes out of it, it has the same black color scheme. Like you could really tell that they took their time to make this really good. So once again, this is the Air Fit Pack 2. It's great for work and for the gym. And I have to be honest, I also can use this when I'm working, when I'm traveling to the gym or traveling to work. For the last 4 years now, I've been relying on these cheap duffel bags that you get from giveaways or people trying to market their company. And although they get the job done, I just throw anything I want in there, gym clothes. I think this is just so much better because when I'm going to work or something and I have if I just have a duffel bag or just a regular bag and I'm holding a laptop and everything in it, first off, it's not that safe, and then second off, you don't look that stylish when you just have this random duffel bag, which is very flimsy and clearly like you got from something free, and then it has no protection and it has some logo that makes no sense. So this is something that I thought would be a nice to have, not a need to have, but a nice to have for a while now. And let's just read some of these little facts on here, on this little sheet here. It says here, corduroy ballistic nylon exterior, Japanese zippers, door flex plastic, ventilated shoe compartment, fits up to size 13 shoes, padded laptop pockets, quick access top pocket, multiple internal pockets for accessories, a volume of 18 liters, dimensions of 18 inches, 12.5 inches, and 8 inches. Padded mesh back panel for enhanced comfort and breathability. It's durable, versatile, and reliable. That's the slogan here. So I'm going to go ahead and zip it all up and give you my thoughts. Is this backpack worth it? Is it worth the $135 price tag? Should you get it? Well, I really think it depends on your goals, your stage in life, and your budget. In terms of someone who's rich and money is not an issue, I mean, of course you should get it. At that point, it's not about how much it costs, but in terms of how reliable it is. And let me just show you, like, this is probably the point of diminishing returns where you could start spending more and more money, and will you really get much more out of it? No, it's kind of like buying a suit. You're probably not going to see a difference between a $100,000 suit and a 10K suit to the naked eye. It's just like those small tailored things that no one notices. So I believe, you're getting to the echelon where, a backpack really can't get much better than this. Just looking at the zippers here, look how seamless they are. They have the logo here. They have this nice, fine material. Everything's seamless, so these are zippers that won't break easily. It's those clear and obvious signs of something that's a long-lasting, buy-it-for-life, durable backpack. I could really see this lasting for 5 years without any real wear and tear, unless you're really taking it through the ringer in your solo travel adventures. This is also a backpack that's not only the everyday person like you or me can use, but celebrities, fashion icons, fashion stylists are recommending their clients when they go to the gym, when they go to the office, when they move around. And so you can have access to this at a much more affordable price. I mean, look at this here. This has a almost silky quality to it. It has its own kind of flair. And it's those small details that are, a little obvious after a closer look that you can, it doesn't take you long to know that this is not your ordinary backpack that you pick up at Walmart. This is something that it's higher custom designed. So in terms of just general minimalist, stylish look, I think this gets a solid A, maybe even an A plus. Of course, if there's enough demand, obviously, opinions can differ. Once I try it on for a month, a year, and see if there's any damage, if there's any downsides. But here, you can adjust these. You can have this here too if you need it. Let's say you're backpacking or something, you can have this here. And in terms of style, I think that's a big component to this. People don't just want to they don't just want to have utility. Many people want to look at least somewhat stylish and good while they are using this backpack. And I know that from firsthand experience. See, a couple years ago, I was very much into the whole travel blogging, travel hacking world. And they recommend a lot of backpacks as well to buy. You follow these people like the Blonde Abroad or Nomadic Matt or Hey Nadine, Sakura. And unfortunately, their backpacks look kind of ugly. Let's just be frank. Because when you're traveling, you have such a utility necessity. You need to pack a bunch of stuff in there sometimes. We're talking water bottles, a week's worth of clothes, all sorts of other crap. And so, they oftentimes recommend these backpacks from REI. And although they're extremely utilitarian, they're these giant, backpacking backpacks that are like this big. And so I just figured that's not for me. I need a backpack that can actually do a good job and look stylish as well. And this is what I settled on. I think I'm also, even when I'm traveling, because I did wanted to buy one for travel, I wanted one that was, it didn't have to be massive, but it couldn't look super ugly. And I'm telling you, those backpacks, they don't look stylish like this. They look like you're going on a backpacking trip and hiking into the woods on your own for the next 2 weeks. Because they're like this tall and they have like 1,000 pockets. It's not a good look. So I chose this. I mean, it's so seamless, so stylish. You may say, oh, it only fits 18 liters. But I mean, even with travel, there are forms of minimalist travel, and that's the type I kind of ascribe to as well. When even with these travel bloggers I mentioned, they all agree that you can pack a lot less than you think. A few days worth of clothes can last you sometimes up to a month because no one's really seeing you, and you can keep reusing and rewashing them. So do I really need more than 18 liters even when I'm traveling? And sometimes this is all you need. When I'm at work, at home, throw on my laptop in there, I'm good to go. Maybe some gym clothes. And if I were to go travel somewhere, of course I could bring my suitcase and pack the clothes there. Or I could throw in maybe 2 or 3 or 4 days worth of clothes without it being super full. And maybe even pack in some shoes. Now, to be honest, I don't think it'll fit 4 days worth. Maybe not even 3 days worth, especially if you pack in the shoes. So if I were to say one thing that isn't ideal about this backpack, it's, the shoe compartment down here, if you use it, it's going to take up a lot of room and just basically take up anything else. And for me personally, I'm not someone who really ever needs to bring a second pair of shoes anywhere. And for some people, that's like spectacular. But for me, not necessary. So I think I really like this at first glance, but I would love to do a follow-up video 6 months or a year later, just to kind of give my real honest thoughts after trying it out. If you'd like to see that, let me know. Let me know what other type of videos you see. But in terms of men's fashion, I think this one just does the job. I'm told it's unisex and it works stylishly for both genders. But I think especially for men, this is one that's I think it works even better for. The black color just makes it so minimalist and stylish and well designed without it being overly full-blown. Sometimes the bells and whistles and frills. I know they recommended another one by Herschel's, And although Ashley recommended that one, I was back and forth about it because it had these like brown things that were kind of like lacy, and I was like, I don't know, is this really a men's thing to wear? And I went back and forth and ultimately settled on this bad boy here. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Subscribe.